In today's video, we're going to talk about TF-IDF, which stands for Term Frequency Inverse Document Frequency, which is very useful in search engine queries, text classification, and also in many of the natural language processing application. So if you consider the text classification process, or maybe in the search engine queries process, you have a lot of documents and you have to identify the important word in this document. This is what TF-IDF doing, where a lot of bunch of documents, maybe thousands or maybe millions of documents are there, and if you query something, it identify the exact document that's needed for this. So it identify the words, the important words in this document relative to other documents, and it will give the results. So it's a very much used and very much important concept in NLP. Without further ado, we can go for this calculation, how we can calculate TF-IDF in a step-by-step process. So consider we have 3 documents. That's document 1 with sentence, I love to eat apples. Another document, document 2, which is apples are delicious. And document 3, I enjoy eating fruits. Great. So we have 3 documents and we have to calculate TF-IDF. The first step is calculating term frequency, which is nothing but how many times each of these words are happening inside one of these documents. So let's say I love to eat apples. We have to calculate TF of apples first, which is apple is only happening 1 divided by total number of words in that sentence. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. That's the number of words in the doc, and it which is how many times it repeats. Great. So each of you have to calculate each of these things. So first one is apples, then for TF for eat, it is also 1 by 5, which is 0.2. It's 0.2. TF for love, which is also 1 by 5, which is equal to 0.2. And similarly TF for 2, which is 1 by 5, 0.2. Second one is calculating the IDF value, or inverse document frequency value, which is a logarithmic value where we have to calculate the log of each of the word. So say apples, we have to calculate. So in numerator we have log. The numerator part is how many documents are there. So it's 3 document, and in denominator how many times each of the word repeat in the sentence in each of the doc. So considering this apples, there is 2. So the word is repeating in 2 in the whole of the document. So we have to compare with other documents, right? So that's why we have to take it. So log 3 by 2, which is 0.405. Similarly, you have to calculate each of these each log 2. So next step is calculating the TF-IDF, which is the calculation process. Nothing, just you have to multiply 0.2, that's you calculate the TF with 0.405, which we will get log 3 by 2, which is document you will get 0.101. That's 0.2 multiplied by 0.405. So TF-IDF for apples is it's 0.081. 0.2 multiplied by 0.405. So similarly, you have to calculate each of the document, each of the word from the document, and for the first document we only show the first document. You can calculate it for the rest of the doc itself. So it's first you have to calculate TF, where you divide the how many times each of the word repeat to that document, individual document. Then inverse document frequency, you have to take a log of now how many number of times each of the word repeat in the whole of the document divided by in log of how many documents are there divided by how many times it's repeating. That's log 3, it's number of documents, and 2 is how many times it repeats. So that's, you will get the value 0.405. If you multiplied it, it's this value 0. Let me calculate it one more time. It's 0.405 multiplied by 2. It's 18. Great, 0.0810. So it's 0.081, and that's it. You have to calculate each of these words for each of the document and calculate it. Let's again summarize it. In TF-IDF, it's for identifying the important word in a document relative to other document. And if you consider these 3 sentences or 3 documents, D1, D2, D3, first you have to calculate term frequency, where you divide how many times each of the word to the number of words in the document. That's 5. Then IDF, you have to calculate log 3, that's number of documents, log 3 divided by number of times each of the word repeats in the whole of the document, that's 2. Then TF-IDF, you have to multiply these to get the value. That's it. That's how you calculate a TF-IDF. Thank you.